think that good creative ideas will work whatever the channel. That said, they're going to work better if we can adapt them into a format that is thought for the context that they're going to run in. So the kind of classic example is the one I mentioned a minute ago, where you have a TV ad. Think of like a luxury brand. We work with a lot of luxury brands because Teads primarily runs in very premium media environments. You have luxury brands who love to have really high production value TV commercials. They also want to make you wait for the brand reveal, and then you have the brand reveal that comes in at, say, second 13 of a 15-second video, or 27 seconds into a 30, and that's great, and it works in a TV environment. In mobile, however, even in a platform like Teads, where we have really high time in view, about 11.6 seconds on average, that still doesn't always give us enough time to catch the user's attention from the beginning. So small adaptations, like making sure that there is persistent branding, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in the video. We have space around the video that we can work with, where, for example, if we're running for a client with an iconic brand, we'll put that brand up front in a headline or as an overlay on the video within the first few seconds, to try to allow users to understand what they're seeing first. One, for all of the people who just keep scrolling by, that's a free, that's a quick brand impression that they would not have gotten otherwise. And also often kind of a secondary effect that we see is when you let somebody know that you're talking about a particular brand, if they recognize and are already fans of that brand, there's a higher probability that they're actually going to watch that video to completion or take some other sort of action. Whereas if they had not known from the beginning, they might have just scrolled on past. One of the requests that we get from brands quite often is they'll say, hey, you guys can do 100 different creative versions very quickly, because we have a platform that allows us to do creative iteration and help with production. And automate some of that production capability. So it was kind of this natural progression of, well, we can cut a ton of different versions of a piece of creative, adapt different messaging, different copy, different product images, etc. Once you have all of that raw material to work with, the next question is, well, what works best? And so that question was asked, and we built testing methodologies to be able to answer it. Essentially, those iterative testing methodologies, there's a couple of different ones that we run. Oftentimes, it's going to be developing hypotheses about, for example, if we run a video with an overlay that includes a product image, is that going to get people to complete the video more often than if it's just a killer line of copy at the bottom? And that's different for each brand. There is no hard and fast rule. Some automotive brands, like a Ford Mustang, if you put that right up front, you're going to have a lot of people who are going to watch the video. Others, it might be calls to action about, how it has superior fuel economy or things like that. So being able to build these methodologies that allow us to quickly test a very large number of different versions has been really effective at driving all sorts of KPIs for our clients.